What is up, guys and gals of the Performance Guild? Today we're going to talk stress. The two stresses out there. We have training stress, which we use to train with, to get better, to increase our performance, increase our fitness, increase our health. We have non-training stress, which is environmental and social, which seems to be for a lot of people at an all-time high right now. And the reason we're going to bring this up is this. Stress is absolutely critical to having performance gains, but that would be training stress. Non-training stress can actually really push us backwards. And this comes because I have had quite a few people bring up a scenario, something like this. Due to kind of the no races, no events, maybe life's a little chaotic and you just, time is not as abundant as it was. Your training volume and your training intensity is down. Yet, for some reason, you feel more tired than usual. Your pace, your times, your performance in general, whatever sport it may be, seems to be down. Perceived effort just seems harder for what it is. And you can't figure out why. You've backed off a little bit, but it seems like performance might have taken even a bigger step backwards. It's not proportionate. So, let us talk about the two different stresses, how they apply, and this may actually help you. I hope it does. If this is the case, figure out what you need to do to resolve the situation. So, training stress, and I have my notes if you're wondering why I'm looking down here. Training stress, this is required for performance. We have to do it. The science says we apply physical stress to the body. The body then, we take an opportunity to offer it recovery, and through this recovery, the adaptation happens, and the outcome is improved performance, improved fitness, right? So, we address this through a couple of things. So first off, the training stress it's scientific, it's specific, it's customized to the individual. It is intentionally designed to be programmed, and that stress then attacks the and causes reactions with the hormonal system, the cardiovascular system, and the musculoskeletal system, right? So, bottom line, like my job, the art of coaching is taking you, an individual, and figuring out what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your pushing points, what are your limitations, and applying the perfect amount of stress to get the most adaptation without crossing over that threshold, which then we start to risk, overtraining syndrome, or typically it's usually injuries we start to see. So that's really my job. I am a deployer of training stress, right? And there's supposed to be theory and science behind it. Now, when the body takes on stress, it doesn't know, oh, this is stress because of my kids. We don't know what's going on with school. And then this is stress from my 4-mile tempo run. It just says, here's a ball of stress. How do I deal with it? So let's talk about non-training stress. First off, non-training stress. This comes from unpredictable daily occurrences. Ding, ding, ding. Sounds a little bit like 2020, right? So it's work, it's family, it's finances, travel, time management, social and environmental stress. So this is obviously all around us. And here's the thing, you may think you're handling things quite well, but there still may be this underlying non-training stress that's kind of taking effect and wreaking a little bit of havoc onto how you're recovering. So, non-training stress attacks the endocrine system, which really, that's going to influence a lot of the growth hormones and our metabolism. So under heavy stress, the balance between testosterone and cortisol gets out of whack. Am I in fight or am I in flight? And so with a lot of this roller coaster of non-training stress, these hormones get out of whack, and this starts to affect how we recover, to the point of it can almost make recovering from training stress nearly damn impossible. So, we need to be able and be prepared that when we're planning our recovery for the day, it's not simply, I'm going to get 7 hours of sleep and get some adequate protein. It actually goes a lot deeper than that, and it's about being real about what is potentially this non-training stress. So, if there's simple symptoms of, you're more tired than usual, it's harder to stay asleep, you're waking up groggy, you don't feel rested even though you got 8 hours of sleep, your hard top end efforts you can't hold. Muscles are more sore than usual. Maybe you're getting frequent injuries, and I'm starting to see some of these. And this is where this is one of the reasons why this is being videoed. Is I'm having a couple injuries coming across the board, and it's like we're not doing the volume or intensity we've done before. That, you know, on paper, these injuries should not be happening. Maybe you're getting sick. Maybe it's harder to fight off sniffles and sneezes. Here's big ones I'm seeing across the board: low ambition and motivation, and just apathetic towards goals in general, in particular your fitness goals, kind of just putting everything on the back burner, feeling like everything has to be forced, like completely relying on discipline and just not having the joy of going out and training and doing something. So take into account, even though your volume and intensity of actual training may be significantly down, these outside non-training stressors may be taking a toll. And so that's when you're really going to have to say, I'm going to have to double down on some recovery. And that goes to really high quality sleep, like really having good sleep hygiene, going to bed at the same time, trying to get 8 hours of solid sleep, limiting alcohol, limiting THC, those sort of things that, you know, might, while they help accelerate getting to sleep, they've proven actually disrupt REM. You know, is it sports massage? Is it a float tank? Is it meditation? There's a lot of things that you can do. And honestly, I'm going to have to, I want to start exploring some of them as well. And as I do them, I'll bring you my 2 cents on it. But really, really factor in getting some heavy, high quality recovery. And the biggest one I can tell you guys is making sure you're getting not just the quantity of sleep, but getting the quality of sleep. So I hope this helped. If you got your 2 cents, you got questions, comments, drop them. Hope everybody is having a killer day. Cheers to proper recovery.